Hi everyone, welcome to Lab 4, Exploring and Describing Data. So in this lab, my goal is to help you develop some skills to start summarizing and describing data in powerful ways such that you can make sense of data and transform it into information that you can actually use to answer questions that you would like answered based on solid data, and also to make good, well-informed decisions. So what are you going to find in Lab 4? You will find the usual guided activity files, the guided activity lab and the key. And you'll find the independent activity lab that has no key, that you have to kind of try it out. You will also find 3 data sets, dataset 1 and dataset 2. Both are going to be used in the guided activity lab, and in the other lab you will look at the New York City flights data set to answer brand new questions about flight delays, arrival delays, interesting relationships and curiosities about planes and airlines that get more delayed than others and stuff like that. I'll take you through that during, what the RMD file will explain more about what the data set is like. But I did want to go in and quickly show you that that the library is already here that you need to use, and the data set call for loading is right there, and when you load it, it's going to get right here to your workspace. And I want to remind you that you can explore the data by double clicking here, and some of you had trouble finding some pieces of the data, and you can always do that. If you scroll down, you can see the entire data set. Okay, so make sure that's clear to you. Also, I want to tell you that you need to read things carefully, because here I define every single variable that is in the data set. So some important information like the different abbreviations for the different airlines. This is a real world data set, by the way. And also all of the variables that are in the data set, what they are, and how they're being called in the data set. For instance, there is a variable called tail num, plane tail number. And if you're here, there's where it is. And plane tail number is what this represents. The carriers, they're right here. Our ARR time is arrival time. All of that is explained here, right? So here, departure time, arrival time, it explains what the variables are. So I wanted you to don't skip this, because you may need, when I ask you, plot arrival time. The name of the variable that you need to use is the name of the variable that is in the data set. So in case I forget, in case it's not written in the question, you need to go back and find that mapping. All right? Have fun with the lab. I'll say that again. Don't work on labs worrying about what you know or don't know for the exam. This is way far off. I know time flies, but I want you to take your time with each lab. The goal is to finish this lab understanding what's going on. If you have problems or questions, don't hesitate to contact us. I'm trying to be really on top of the emails so that I can get into your RStudio Cloud and get you going. So give it a shot, write me. I ask for a 24-hour turnaround, but more often than not, I'm able to stop what I'm doing and go into the lab so that maybe you can get the answer right away and continue to work. So I try my best to do that. So don't hesitate to contact me, and please, if you can, start this lab early, all right? So you have time to work through every assignment. And number 2, I want to say, please take the survey, and remind you that if you take the survey about the class, I will give extra credit. If 80% of you take 1 point, if 90% of you take, that's going to be 2 extra points, okay? All right, so I'll see you on Wednesday, hopefully, if you're there for the live session. If not, hopefully I'll hear from you through your assignments being handed in. So that's how I know how you're doing. All right. See you guys. Bye-bye.